Hi everyone! Alright, I know I've been playing this game for the last few days, but this game is it's just so good. Like, there's so many endings, and especially like the last few times I played this game, last 2 times I played this game. So the first time I was really confused, and the second time I'm still low-key kind of confused, but the story is actually so insanely good. I'm just surprised that it turned into like, it kind of reminds me of animes when like, oh, the first episode is like, yeah, we're gonna do this funny little thing, right? And like the last episode of the anime is like, we have to fight God or something, right? And I did not expect this game to turn out like that. Even like the intro is crazy. I didn't expect to see this in the intro or in the starting page. This game's so good. I love this game, and I'm kind of starting off like new slate almost with this as well, just because the last game we kind of did a whole reset, so it's kind of like we're starting off new again. So I'm gonna do load game, and then we're gonna start off from our last save.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
I'm gonna kind of skip the dialogue we've heard already.
You're here to slay her.
Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Vive la revolution. Wait. Oh, because the beginning. Wait. Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought the whole game was restarting, but no, that was literally like the end. Hold on. Awkward. That's so funny. I thought it was gonna allow me to like restart. Let's see. I'm gonna do return main menu. Okay. So, I guess new game. I guess completely new game.
You're here.
We're gonna do slay the monarch.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
You make your way up. A warning. But she will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what...
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the blade is your...
I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I literally was one click away from finishing the game. I didn't realize. I thought it was just gonna be like a loop. Like I can keep going. Alright, enter the basement. We're off to slay a princess.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Let's see. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
I'll be like, hey, baby
Good
girl.
luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly... Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
She's so pretty though, and every rendition she's so pretty. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I've killed her in cold blood once, and I'll do it again. I'm gonna tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I like being scared of women. Well, okay, wait. I like being scared of attractive women.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only
She's so
weapon you
scary,
have,
but
you'll
like,
have to get close enough to
I
use
love
it.
this so much about her.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
I
If
wanna
you
see
hesitate now, it'll be too late.
how many endings I
End
can get.
this.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squints at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Actually, the last time I think I slayed her, so I think I'm gonna actually just drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better
I'm
judgment,
scared what we're gonna talk
you
about.
step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need
I'm
it.
gonna forget.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Yeah, pretty awkward. How can I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
You're apparently gonna end the world. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is entirely a different matter. No. Remain silent.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. Or Her Majesty. Any
Wait,
honor
I
befits
just
your tune,
realized
really.
in the playthrough where she splits, this is one of the answers she gives.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
A relationship? Are you coming on
Don't
to me?
jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... Well, we can
Ooh.
always put that knife to good use.
Oh my god.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I love the little cross hatching in the back. It's so good. Okay, a little fun fact for art stuff. Cross hatching is like, actually I don't know if I'd call. I think this is technically cross hatching. But like, you know, the more lines there are, is like the darker it is, and the less lines, like the lighter there is. So a long time ago, when before they would do like shading, like how we do shading now, it was kind of just easier just to like cross hatch, because then you can get as dark as you want, but as light as you want too, and you can still create that gradient with it. But anyways,
She is. I'm sure of it.
okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No.
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
You know, I still kind of don't 100% understand the whole thing from the last game. Like, I get it, I kind of do, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, she can't quite grow without us. Like, eventually she can, but for the most part, like, we're the catalyst, and I feel like every single time we try to do this more and more, it just makes it worse and worse. So I mean, we could just sit here with her for all eternity, right? And just be besties?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
She's so threatening.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, let's get out of here. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. I'm gonna lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Is she gonna, like, run up and kill me?
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
I wonder if she's gonna, like, you know how people, like, dislocate their thumb to get out of, like,
Either
cuffs?
way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're locking her down there.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with
Wait,
fatigue.
no, I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to fall
But
asleep.
sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh my fucking god, I'm scared.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
She's so scary. This is kind of worse than last time, to be honest.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
I would be, like, literally shitting myself.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really some innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. I'm gonna accuse her of being a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against
Wait,
the
why
wall.
don't I just leave the cabin? I can just leave the cabin, right?
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for
Oh,
helping me
jeez.
get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
No, please no. Make it fast and swift.
She steps
Oh,
closer,
jeez.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh my god, she's terrifying. There's only one version
You're
of
on
her
a
that I
path
haven't been
in the
scared of,
woods,
and that's like
and
the
at the
really
end of
cute
that
one.
path is a cabin.
The one where
And
we
in
fall
the
in love
basement
together.
of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
She's gonna kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
She's killed me so many times. She's probably killed me at least maybe like 12, 13 times.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all. Those are two very different... Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met. You died last time, which probably only... We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess? Or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We will speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Oh, sorry, I just saw the comment. Yeah, I mean the version where she bites her arm off. That one's the nice one, I think. The one where we get out and she's like, "Oh yay, we're gonna live our lives together," and then we don't.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Let's talk about
Just
the
be quick
princess.
about it.
Just be around her in the end, shut down all my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about
Like I
that?
said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. How can you possibly, just by saying that, she's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
That's all.
Great. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed to the cabin. How's it gonna look that this time?
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless.
Oh my
the only
god,
furniture of
there's
note
people
is a lone
outside.
table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
The
blade is your
I don't like
implement.
that. I don't
You'll
like
need
that
it
at
if you
all.
want to
That's
do this
terrifying.
right.
Oh, it reminds me of like that horror story of like a hiker who gets lost in the woods and he finds like a cabin and he goes inside the cabin, but there's like all these paintings that are like watching him, and he's like, oh creepy, give me the heebie-jeebies, but I guess, you know, if it's a place to stay for the night, I'll stay here. And he falls asleep and then wakes up in the morning and all the paintings on the walls that were watching him were actually windows. That's what this reminds me of.
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. Very
different cabin.
different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Enter the basement. Let's... Oh.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in
Oh, those are
darkness.
eyes.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan, I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence. I'm gonna kill her.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter.
jeez.
Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I don't want her to find me. I'm scared. I don't know how she's. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna go right because her eyes are in that direction. Do you guys ever, when you guys are looking at your left and rights, do you ever like put both hands out and do a little L shape and see which one does the L shape to figure out which one's the left and which one's the right one? Is that just me? Go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh.
I told you I was going to find you.
No.
As the princess approaches,
No.
your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
She's like a doll.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
What happened after you came in last time? I was sent here to stop you from short. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can't at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to help try to kill you. So do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Okay, let's get out of here. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave. Leave together. Run. Slay the princess. I'm gonna ask why she's not finishing me off.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shh, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves.
One
heart,
moment,
lungs,
and then
liver,
you're gone.
nerves, heart,
Just
lungs,
like
nerves,
that.
heart, lungs,
Ah,
liver,
and
nerves,
there's the
heart,
fear.
lungs, liver. She pulls away. Heart, lungs,
But that wouldn't be very fun,
nerves,
now would
heart,
it?
lungs,
I've already
liver,
done that.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Oh my god.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Should I just go for it? Should I just try to kill her?
Lungs, liver, nerves.
I'm gonna save real quick again.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I'm just gonna try to slay her.
Heart, Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it! Oh, you're going to regret this! I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now!
Can she? We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
No way, is she gonna trap me down here?
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Aw, especially mine.
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens? Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places? Take the blade from her body. I got the best company I can ask for. You guys, what more do I need? It's not like it matters if I die. I'll just come back again. I'll do this.
That's a grim thought, isn't it? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Are you stuck here
I'm
with
stuck
us?
here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
I got the best company I could ask for. You guys, what
Oh,
more
you
do I
could
need?
do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
It's not like it matters if I die. I'll just come back again.
Ah yes, the whole looping thing. How unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine.
I keep thinking the amount of lines this guy had to do for this game. Like, I think that's crazy. Like, it's not even like, oh, a couple lines here and there. Like, this guy had to voice act so many different lines. And they're all pretty unique. So I just think that's crazy. Like, the amount of effort that was really put into this game.
She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
Oh. How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
Oh. I'm gonna wear you down eventually. You might as well spill the sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you.
Oh. Wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
Wait.
More time passes. More.
Alright, I guess it's time.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Wait, what happens if I throw it in the void? Wait.
More time.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna throw it in the void. I wanna see what happens if I throw it in the void.
Oh no, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean other than starving? Right, I mean other than
I
that.
can eat the princess, right? She has meat on those bones.
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
There you go. Bye bye. Bye everyone. See you
No.
next life.
You really shouldn't have, but biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
What do you mean by that, huh? The wraith.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time?
So I think every
What if
time
we
I
just
just kind of
let her
go for the
leave?
kill, the voice of the cold comes out.
Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it. Yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things haven't gone well for us. If we're going to stop falling through this loop forever, eventually we're going to have to let her out. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. There's something else we haven't tried to leave. Are you the same narrator?
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good.
Oops, wrong button.
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've been killed by her. We've killed her and been killed
You're
by
making
her.
a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another
Then she
option.
finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Okay, proceed to the
You
cabin.
continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing, something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me? Have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Enter the cabin.
The interior of the
Oh,
cabin is
it is
long
kinda
and
pretty,
dark,
to be
a
honest.
single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror.
Oh, is there no
There
blade
wasn't
because I
one
threw it out?
last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
The pretend there's a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now. Why can't we see behind it? What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again?
I wonder if the blade just completely doesn't exist.
He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway,
I'm scared she's gonna be behind
presume
the
in front
mirror.
of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Fuck the mirror.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess.
My god.
Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you?
Oh my
you
god.
get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe
Oh my god.
isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
Except that pain hurts.
Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Look, we're even now. Like, we're even now. You killed me and I killed you. Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know why. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim of all this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you know better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can I just open the door for you? That's fine. I actually came here to free you, struggle. I'm gonna plead for my life. Okay. Water under the bridge, right?
You forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Do you need to take my body? Can I I'm a victim of oh my god, I've never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how to
You
struggle.
violently struggle against the princess. but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make me squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain
Oh my
pinned
God.
to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine.
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
What the fucking membrane of my soul?
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was. And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner. Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you made me feel. You think you were numb, but you were hopeless and paranoid. You were afraid of me, and I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found. We weren't always like this. I've always been like this. All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
I'm gonna throw my body in the abyss. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw my body in the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I need to do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, Next one, we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole. Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall and fall. We did it! We actually did it!
Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
Oh my god. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening in me?
Oh my god. You don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something behind in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking for
Right.
her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
The narrator's
It
gone.
is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us. Yeah, no voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us. And not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Interesting that the cold one's like, you have to look.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror nurse
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh. It's you. I said ew to just it being me. You are alone in this place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I don't like this version of the princess at all. Like, she is truly so deformed and it's terrifying. Like, I don't know if I'm more scared of this version of her or of the Blade one where she just rips her flesh through. That one's fucking crazy. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the role? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? I'm gonna do the gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to
Wait,
shallow
I picked that
creeks.
option last time. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
You know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But you were always part of the princess. Wait, but you were always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I'm gonna save real quick. So I didn't do it last time, but I kind of want to know what happens if I pick either option. Like, attack the princess, or attack the entity, or destroy my body. Because, okay, now we know, like, us as the player, well, us as the player, not as the character, what she is and what she's capable of. And now I'm kind of tempted to just be like, what happens? I am going to, I saved right. I did, okay. I am going to destroy my body. Wait, I'm gonna do this one. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay, now I'm gonna save again. Yes, overwrite to save. I'm gonna destroy my body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space of your body, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of your hand reach forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
What? There's nowhere for you to be here? Okay, well, that didn't go as I planned. Attack the entity. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Man. Let her out of there?
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the world beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
I was just taking a sip of my drink, so sorry if you guys heard me drink right now. I'm drinking a little coffee.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, what are you gonna do? Okay, make me forget. I'll do this one.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Her concept kind of reminds me a little of, okay, Chainsaw Man spoilers if you guys haven't finished the first half of Chainsaw Man. But the story reminds me kind of like of Makima, how she, you know, she's like the demon of control and everything, and she like loves the chainsaw demon and everything. And when Denji finally is able to kill her and everything, she doesn't die per se, right? Like her as a being is gone, but then she reforms herself, and then she ends up, I forgot what the character ends up being called, but they end up being reborn into like a smaller, cuter little thing. And Denji's like, oh, actually no, I forgot who it is. I remember, I think Denji at some point mentions like that Makima just needed love and like positive attention to be a better person, and she only turned out the way she is because of her upbringing. So this kind of reminds me of that, like, of we can't really destroy things, they'll always come back, but in a different form, and how you choose to cultivate that form will determine how they end up like becoming, you know? I don't know if that connects like this, but this is what that reminds me of. You're being semantic. For a second in my head I read that as anti-Semitic, and I was like, huh? Like in this game? You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I have to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
I'm just do okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Aw, I'll for sure remember her.
You won't.
Oh. Wait, I think I said that last time too. I was like, yeah, I'll remember her. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Wait.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Real quick, sorry. Oh my god, I can't talk. Real quick, before I continue, I'm gonna look up all the achievements for this game, because I keep getting achievements, and I'm wondering how many this game has. Let's see. I hope I haven't gotten all of them. Not all of them, but like a decent amount. Let's see. Am I dumb? How do I look at all the achievements in the game? Store page? No. Oh, here we are. I was like, where are all the achievements in this game? So, geez, 22 of 97 achievements earned. I was thinking like, oh, I wonder how much more this game has. Like, not that I think this game is running out of stuff, but I'm like, how many choices really change the story? And there's like, oh my god, 22 out of 97. That's let me see if I can do math. That's 70. No, wait, no, yeah, no, yeah, 75. That's 75 left to go. It's 9, 5, 2. No, yeah, I think 75. I can't do math. That's crazy. Oh, and there's 19 hidden achievements too. Oh my god, that's crazy. I'm 23% through. Let me see. Let me see if I should maybe redo some options and see what changing them does.
You're here to slay her. Don't
okay.
mention it. It's all
Thanks
part
for
of
telling
the
me
job.
what to do. Let me see if I can redo this one.
You make your way up the short. A warning. She will. We're not going to ignore.
See the cabin.
The-
Take the blade. Enter the basement. And then I'm gonna
The
try
door
to see
to
if I
the
can
basement, her
redo
voice.
all my
Who's
choices,
there?
but like slightly different.
She sounds
And see if that
dangerous.
changes
Don't let
anything.
it fool you.
Oh, actually, let me go an easier one. Maybe if something a little lighter. Actually, wait, no. I haven't done this one yet.
Oh, are
Wait, no,
you
I'm
now?
dumb. I did do that one.
Why?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs, and she's so focused on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'll do yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
What if I drop it this time instead of going for it?
The blade tumbled.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against you will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm gonna ask her all these things again.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than inclined to trust them. No, I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping their information secret from me. I was hoping you'd tell me I've been told enough. Deflect, what are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right
When her
about one
eyes are like
thing.
that, they're so
Her
scary.
word
They're like just
isn't worth
cold and
anything.
dead.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
I'll do what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your
Again, she offers no
How long have you been down here?
too long.
How do I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. Well, we can always...
Her sharp eyes. She isn't She is.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided...
You know why.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, you have any other ideas besides me cutting out of here? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find somebody to break you free. We'll do this one.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I act surprised, but I'm like, oh, this asshole, he's done this
Is
before.
someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't
Scary.
like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess!
Against your better
Oh my God.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and
Oh
you
my
make quick
God.
work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
The person walked away.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom step,
I'm gonna save real quick.
wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Lay the princess, lay this. I'm gonna warn her this time.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm gonna resist again.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
We saved the princess! The prisoner.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Oh, you bastard. You're in it for now. I'm wise to
My
your trick.
tricks? What on earth are you talking? Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Those are two
Again.
very different. Let's say for a moment that you died last time. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
I'm a professional after all.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Proceed to the cabin. I have
A
something in my
warning, before you go any further.
I have something in my good eye. There we go.
She will lie? Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink. Wait, let me see if I can wink. Wait. Wait. No, I can't wink. I'm totally winking. No, I swear I'm not blinking. Wink. Okay, I'll figure it out later.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Wink.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the
Whoa.
cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Can't say anything about
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
I want to look myself. I want to see how handsome
Let's
I am.
not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm gonna save right here real quick.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with
oh my
the
gosh, she's like
princess.
chained
She
up.
looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I was thinking about that right now too. I was like, there's another chain there. And I was like, so 2 of them are on her arms, the other one's to her head. And I was like, is this one for one of her legs? Which I think would be really awkward. So, unless these were all intended to be for a limb. I don't know, I thought that was really weird too.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The 2 of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess,
Hi.
but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
So sit where you're told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What are your intentions? What are my intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happens after I died last time? The other chain on the wall. Who is it for? Oh my god, don't tell me what I think it's for. Hold on. Hold on. What would you have me do? I think I'm going to leave you here actually. You're not that much of a threat. Locked up. I'm going to save here. Real quick again too. I've been here before.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Well, I got news for you, buddy. Would that be awful? I know right now I can't remember it, but would it be awful if I just later was like, hey, actually, you are definitely not the only version of yourself either.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
What happened after I died last time? What would you have me do? I'm gonna do this one.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
The other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Yeah? I can? Wait.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please
Wait, but
don't
what if
lock
it's a little
yourself in
fun?
chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to
We'd
save
be
the world.
besties. I'm gonna save again. Inspect the shackle. You're asking about my attention. I'm just gonna take a peek at it. I'm just
I
gonna take a
wouldn't
little
do
look-see.
that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
I'm gonna inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
What's gonna happen?
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
We're besties. We're here forever and ever and ever.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Did you know this was gonna happen to me? This one.
No.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You're not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Wait, in
You and the
silence.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
But I feel like she could reach the blade. Maybe I can't because when it connected to me, it looks like it hooked onto my neck. But she looks like she might be able to extend more of her body over to reach the blade.
At least the world is safe.
I don't know how she'd get out because it is stuck around her neck.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement's changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Well, it's not really small talk. We're talking.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Whoa.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly, there are no walls.
We can see the sky!
And?
I think he's gone.
Well,
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
they just took her. My bestie. We're supposed to rot together. But you don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It is time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that mirror.
Of course you're scared. It's not the end for you, but it's not the end for me. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We're here for you.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ugh. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say Feels like a riddle. Can you just give me a single straight answer? Oops.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this? When all is done, what do you want to do? You know, at the end of this, I'm gonna kill you. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around you. Why can't I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than other. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I'll do this one.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
What do you feel about me? The vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When all this is done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
You know that at the end of this I'll kill you. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets. My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory. There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, I think for today, I'll end it right here. And then maybe tomorrow I'll pick it up one more time to see if I can, because it took me 2 playthroughs to get through like the entire game to get to the end. So I'm gonna pick it up again tomorrow. And hopefully, so today's Saturday, I think I'll probably end up putting out an official schedule instead of just like, you know, putting out alerts 30 minutes before I start streaming. I'll probably make an official schedule to figure out what I'm gonna play, what we're gonna do. So, but I think at least for tomorrow, probably maybe sometime by noon. I have to see. I might have to visit family tomorrow in the morning. So I'll see when I get home and I can stream and everything. But yeah, this game is so good. I'm just thinking about how many achievements I have waiting. And I'm just like, that is crazy. Like, I had 75 left to go, and then I also have 19 hidden achievements. Like, that is so much. I know this game has a lot, but I did not expect this game to have that much in it. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for tuning into my stream. I appreciate you guys showing up. And hopefully I'll catch you guys for tomorrow. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you so much. Bye everyone. Bye bye.